Oh, Jim, we often think of sustainability purely in an environmental context. And at the Berry Group, you've been very successful at developing a culture of sustainability and rolling that out across your organization. What do you think have been some of the key success factors for you in building that culture of sustainability?
Unconsciously over the years, lots of decisions that we were making were right from an environmental perspective, but we didn't have it probably in a collective approach. So we're now, I'd imagine, much more organized because of having a proper strategy, but it's always been in our DNA. And I think in a very basic way, it's about doing the right thing. We always do the right thing, but we're now trying to do it in a much more organized fashion.
I mean, you've had a number of very significant awards for the management of your company and the culture as one of the best workplaces. Then you took the step of transforming that culture into a focus on sustainability. Was that foundation relevant, or were you really starting from scratch?
So for me, the culture piece is our foundation to do whatever we believe is right and when. So in a sense, we've been building a culture, we've been building a style. And if you have those right, then whatever you decide to actually take on, or whatever projects you feel are right, by having your culture correct, you can take on anything really. So it's really the foundation for whatever you want to take on.
From an environmental standpoint, sustainability is a very significant challenge for the food industry with so many inputs and so many different types of processing going on and inputs coming into the food services and food manufacturing industry. How do you develop a window into the whole Berry Group ecosystem and help push your partners and your ecosystem partners forward into a more sustainable future?
Well, I think the first thing we had to do was get our head around the whole size of the project, and it's pretty enormous. And like other projects, you will put in place good quality partners in order to help you get very clear on what you want to achieve. So what we did was we appointed a company called Change by Degrees as a partner to help us on our journey, and they remain part of our whole project team. But as a business, we're absolutely clear on the whole breadth of the project. And it's now a case of getting our team fully on board understanding, which we believe we have. And the next piece now is engaging with other partners, be it suppliers, customers, or whatever partners we have.
Well, one of the things that I think is most impressive about what you've done at the Berry Group from a sustainability standpoint is you've created a significant and transparent reporting process that you are sharing with your internal community and also external stakeholders. And I know Change for Degrees was a big part of developing that, but I think that transparency is something that's lacking in a lot of sustainability efforts across the corporate world globally. What was the hurdle you had to go through to get everybody aligned internally to embrace that transparency, which so many people would be concerned about having with respect to sustainability initiatives?
Luckily, we have a very positive team. And our team come with us every time that we come across a fresh challenge or a new project. And it's very important how we behave ourselves as managers and leaders. So being transparent, having trust would be very important ingredients.
Well, from that foundation now that you've built, going forward, what are you most excited about as the next steps in the sustainability journey for the Berry Group?
What we want to do is certainly achieve all the goals that we have set down. I'm looking forward to cracking the whole transport challenge around carbon zero, and there is more technology required.
Jim, what advice would you have for family business owners, operators that are, of course, always concerned about the bottom line with respect to the near-term impact with sustainability initiatives from an environmental standpoint, but also a culture and community standpoint, as you focused on as well?
For us, the appointment of a quality partner was critical, who would have challenged us and educated us, and we still bring the company in on a regular basis to keep training our people. And I think just from an execution perspective, it's really important, but I think there's a continual reminding of what we're doing. We have sustainability now in our monthly management meeting as a standalone line that we're going to talk about, and we're going to review where we are and keep it top of agenda. So there's a big leadership challenge to make sure that people understand and there's constant communication and the measures are shared on a regular basis so everybody knows where we are on the journey.